decided I need a little break from work in the outdoors today. So I'm out here, gonna do a little bit of knife stuff. As you can tell, I've got my SOG, SOG Studies and Observations Group gear on, cause I'm cool like that. And got my favorite SOG knife that I own, the Seal XR. Oh yeah. Made in the USA. S35 VN steel. It's got the XR lock, which is SOG's version of Benchmade's Axis lock. You can deploy it by that if you want. It's got a hole here. You can open it with your thumb. My preferred method is the flipper tab. So 3 opening options for a 3.9 inch 3/16 or 0.19 inch thick blade. Look at that, I got a bug almost going in my eye. And I believe the knife weighs around 8 ounces. So it is a beefy one for certain, but it's been one of my favorite knives to carry this year. It is like the ultimate folding knife. Also got that nice pommel there on the end. I think they call that that pommel the persuader tool. So I guess if you get whacked with that, you'll be persuaded to you know, tell your mommy who really ate all the cookies in the cookie jar. But you know, let's do a little cut test. Got this thorny weed sticking out in the trail here. Get that out of the way. Whoop. Well, whatever, it's flimsy. And this is like an axe going on there. Focus, yeah, SOG. I believe the new ones that are currently for sale from SOG have their new rebranded logo on it that says what SOG stands for. It stands for Studies and Observations Group. I'm walking along here with my knife out. Safety tip: close your knives or put them in their sheath when not in use. So back in the pocket we go. Yeah, so anyway, Studies and Observations Group. The company was founded in 1986. A great year, the year I was born. Founded by a guy named Spencer Frazier. If you want to find out more about SOG, SOG, Studies and Observations Group, look up a video, like it's called like Spencer Frazier interview or something, that Nutnfancy did like 10 years ago. Has so much cool info about him and starting the SOG company. Sorry, I'm looking up at I'm at my grove of pawpaw trees here, seeing how the fruit is coming in. Not as much as there was in this area a year ago, but maybe that's a thing. Only a good harvest every other year, I don't know. But anyway, Nutnfancy did a great video with SOG founder Spencer Frazier. You know, he was a super cool guy, it seems. He worked like government contracts, making like top secret stuff, and he designed SOG's knives for many years, and retired, I guess, just recently within the past few years. But it's a great interview on the history of their company and their knives. They're named after the MACV SOG Special Forces Group from the Vietnam War. Poof! Just walked through spiderweb. Oh, nasty, nasty. Oh, back up, back up. Yuck. Hopefully it's not crawling in my ear or anything. I guess I gotta pay attention a little more while I walk and talk. Oh yeah, here's a big one. Big old spider right in front of me. How am I going to get rid of that? You know. Hiya! Probably just cut that thing right in half. Man, I hate spiders, but hey, look at that. That's a pawpaw fruit that has fallen to the ground and kind of decayed. So anyway, pull that knife back up, carry it safely. I should have brought a stick so I can knock spiders out of my way. But anyway, Mac v SOG, Vietnam War Special Forces, did a lot of work kind of behind enemy lines and where American troops really were not supposed to be, like Cambodia, but they're fighting, North Vietnamese Viet Cong forces going down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. They did what needed to be done. They had like a 100% casualty rate in their group. You can read a great book. Actually, he has a couple of books about his team. The guy was in SOG. It was an officer. His name is John Plaster. You can look up some of his writing and the mission some of his team did. But there's this nice big thick flower stalk in the way. Not necessary. Let's get rid of it. Good clean cut there. Sure, why not? SOG CLXR can cut a flat. Here's a nice little cluster of the pawpaw fruit on this tree above me now. So looking forward to tasting some of that here in the coming weeks. Maybe my SOG knife here can help out harvesting some fruit. Check this thing out. Wonder what lives down there and ate the critter whose bones those belong to. Mother Nature, man, shows no mercy. You know what else shows no mercy? The freaking SOG CLXR tactical knife, marketed by SOG, the Studies and Observations Group, as a professional applications knife. They divide their knives into like 3 separate categories. We got professional, outdoors. I'm grabbing a stick here to knock these spider webs out of my way. Professional, outdoors, and like everyday carry type stuff. A lot of cool knives that SOG makes nowadays. They've completely rebranded over the past 2 years or so. They were really known for a while between like 2006 to 2018 of kind of cheap budget Chinese manufactured knives that you could find in big box stores and in cellophane packaging, but on the racks, whatever. They're really moving away from that to kind of higher end stuff, which, from what I understand, SOG used to be known for back in the 90s, making a lot of really nice higher end type knives with cool designs and innovative features. And they just kind of lost their way for a little bit, but man, they are back. They have so many cool designs that I'd like to personally try out. The CLXR was what I thought was the coolest, because it's big and bad, and I could fold it up and put it in my pocket, take it anywhere. No blade length restrictions where I live. So CLXR was my first, but hopefully not my last purchase from SOG. Some of the other models out there, the Kiku XR, another folding knife, it's a bit smaller. than the CLXR. It's only a 3-inch blade, maybe a hair over 3-inch blade, but it's really cool design. Made of CTS XHP steel, which Choir Boys Cutlery loves from when Cold Steel used that particular type of steel. Also the Pillar fixed blade knife. It's like a 5-inch blade, S35 VN made in the USA. Did I mention that already, that the CLXR is made in America? It's pretty cool. Much better than an 8CR Chinese made knife. But yeah, those couple knives, man, I'd love to get those someday. Another SOG knife is like the first SOG knife that they started manufacturing in 1986. It's just called like the SOG Bowie. It's modeled after a special knife that the MACV SOG team used in Vietnam. It was made specifically for that special forces team. Other manufacturers make them as well. Bark River makes a real nice one. I think maybe Wyatt Hines has that knife. Someone in the YouTube knife community that I know maybe made one. Let me know. But you know, Bark River made one in collaboration with a Behemoth Knives company. Some other companies make them too. You can get cheap Chinese ones from like Bud K or something, but SOG is known for that. They used to make them, I guess, in SK5 steel, but current stock, and what they've been making them in for quite a few years now is AUS 8, which is it's okay, but it's not like the S35 VN like you're getting in the CLXR and Pillar and all that. But anyways, let's get the CLXR out and do some cutting and woods and survival tasks here. I really wanted to show with this knife that, you know, this is really kind of one of the ultimate knives. It's tough, beefy. I mean, look at the spine. There's plenty of grip option there. Yeah, but a lot of jimping on this knife. But it's really, I mean, there could be others, but this is really one of the ultimate survival knives because of the size. You know, it's like a 4-inch blade, which, you know, a lot of like bushcrafty type knives are. It's like the size of my palm. Morris Kahansi, the bushcraft legend, said that, you know, a good knife for you should be like the size of your palm. If you're lost on a desert island and have to survive off coconuts, well, you can probably crack them open with that persuasion tool on the bottom there, right? But you know, I mean, Virginia, we don't have no coconuts here. But yeah, so this knife is one of the ultimate things. Like, if I would have one knife on me at all times, this is probably going to be it, because it folds up and puts in my pocket. I don't have to wear it on my belt like a fixed blade. Like, this is the ultimate, like, maybe not bug out knife, but like a get home knife. Like some scenario where you're on the go, like at work or something, you can have this knife with you if the laws in your area allow for you to carry a blade of this size. And the XR lock they have is rated for like 1,500 pounds of force. That's a lot. Now, I'm not going to test that out. I haven't quite gotten that fat yet. I'm not going to stand on the blade and see if the lock closes, but you know, it's got to be a tough knife. And you know, tactical applications like fighting, I mean, this knife deploys relatively quickly. Well, let's put it back in my pocket here. It's not deep carry. It sticks up. That persuasion tool sticks up. You got like an inch sticking up, but you can pull it out and deploy that relatively fast if you would happen to need to defend yourself with this knife. You know, that clip point there, that'll stick a bad guy real good. I mean, if you want a less lethal option, pull it out, grip it like this, clonk somebody in the noggin with that persuasion tool, and persuade them to leave you all the hell alone. But anyway, back to kind of more woods type tasks here. Oh, gotta fix my tripod here so we don't all fall over. But you know, piece of fat wood here. Stick that in there. And we're getting shavings here. Voila. So obviously CLXR can shave off some fat wood. This knife came very sharp. It stayed very sharp. I haven't really done like heavy use with this knife, just regular old kind of EDC tasks. And yeah, I carry this EDC. I don't mind the weight, I don't mind the size. But you know, I just want to show that if you're looking for a folding knife that can probably do a bit of everything, but maybe not be the most, like the knife that would excel at everything, but really do it all, you know, this is an excellent option. I did a video a while back on 2 knives I would take in like a bug out scenario if I had 30 seconds to leave my home, and I did a fixed blade and a folding knife. So it was this versus the Buck 110 Pro, and I decided to go with the Buck 110 Pro because my fixed blade knife was a thick, big old knife with the Tops Operator 7, and I felt I could use something a bit shorter and thinner, even though the Buck 110 is really only a 1/4 inch shorter than this blade, but it's much thinner width-wise. Like, is this width? I don't know. And in the spine thickness. For reasons bugging out, you know, I could probably better process wild game to feed my family, such as like a squirrel or a rabbit, with the Buck 110 as opposed to this. Could this get the job done? I'm sure it could. I don't know why it wouldn't. But anyways, let's these are still probably kind of some larger shavings, but I brought a ferro rod here. Actually, what am I doing? I was going to use the striker. I didn't want to use the striker. I wanted to see if the CLXR can throw a spark. But it looks like it is not the best for striking a ferro rod. Well, that's why ferro rod should have something like this with it to make sure those sparks are going. Now, as far as survival goes and being prepared, you should probably have one of these strikers, or even better, Bic lighter. But anyways, you know, sorry. Not a great ferro rod striker. Get nothing from there. I don't know. Seemed like the spine there should be sharp enough, but guess not. Oh well. Still, not a big deal. Should have a striker for your ferro rod. This, you know, if this is your only tool in the woods for a survival situation, you should be able to carve like a, what do they call it, a bow drill stand for a friction fire with this, no problem. You could drill in to a piece of wood that you baton with this and start yourself a bow drill fire. Speaking of batoning, found this stick here. Man, there's some gross, slimy crap on that stick. Anyways, let's see if we can chomp through this. About an sorry, not in frame there. About an inch and a half thick there, probably, of some kind of wood. I don't know what. Guess I could have picked a shorter one, huh? Well, didn't exactly split it right in half, but you know, we got through this piece of wood. No problem. Oh, there that goes. You know, it's wet, it's been sitting around. Chops right through. There we go. Can you get ready to build a fire with the SOG CLXR? You sure can, my friend. This is a manly man, survivor man, new backwoodsman kind of knife. So, oh man, I'm all crooked here, huh? Oy. So here's one of these kind of vine types material. This one is super thick. I wonder if we can get through this with the Seal XR. The reason for getting through this is sometimes these vines can hold water. And if you find yourself lost in the woods, you may be able to get through one of these vines and find some water that is pure and palatable, because it's not you know, running with bacteria like a stream from, you know, fish and animals pooping in it all the time. Not sure if this one will be holding any water here or not. This is very woody. Kind of digging in here with the tip a bit. Seeing about any moisture in this vine. Do not believe so. Hopefully the camera is getting all these chips of wood flying off of this thing. I know it's a little bit far away. I'm not sure if I can't really zoom in here. Oh well. But anyways. It is wet. Not wet, but I wonder if maybe we can hit the pond kind of through this. Going through. But yeah. Anyway, not really much moisture in that vine. Really just showing, you know, could you potentially chop through one of these with the Seal XR? Let me get you a little closer in here to this vine so you can see how thick this thing is and the damage the Seal XR has done. I really was not swinging very hard most of the time, just kind of letting the 8-ounce knife do its work. Over here, it's where I started batoning in there a little bit. So usually these vines are much thinner. Look how thick it is. It's like 3/4 as long as the knife. This is I believe a little over 5 inches, so definitely probably a 3.5 inch vine here. Much thinner than that, even the ones I see anyways. So regular old ones, SOG Seal XR ought to get through it just fine. When we came out here, this blade was razor sharp. So let's do a little sharpness test. See where we stand here, if I can get any hairs to come off my arm still. Still razor sharp, guys. That's right after that, hacking through that thick woody vine there, batoning through that stick, shaving fat wood. So you still got a pretty darn good edge of SOG's CPM S35 VN steel. So pretty good edge retention. I mean, we didn't do hours and hours of cutting work here, but you know, we did hack through this thing. Well, not all the way through, obviously, but a good amount here. with this knife. Really, really great knife. It's not cheap, so may not be for everybody, but with quality often comes an increase in price. It's just the way it is. It's not a $30 Walmart knife. Now, as all good YouTube reviews must have, what good is a survival knife if it can't cut a length of paracord? Can the SOG CLXR do it? I would say yes. Yes, we can cut paracord. Even after chopping through a thick woody vine. Ooh, maybe a little duller on the edge there at the tip. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the rest, that's too little to cut anymore. I don't want to cut my finger off. So this is, as I said, a razor sharp blade. See that short little chop action? Chop your veggies with this too. Anyways, guys, I think that's about all I'm going to show for this review of the SOG CLXR. You should be able to buy these just about anywhere knives are sold, except for Amazon. Whoop, whoop. Have not seen these for sale on Amazon, but direct from SOG, Smoky Mountain Knife Work, Blade HQ, all those types of places, they all have them for sale. I have not, in SOG's new knives, they're good stuff with like this XR style lock. Everybody has the same price. SOG is, I guess, SOG, Studies and Observations Group, is very protective of the prices on these. Maybe protective's not the right word, but you know, they've set their price level and everybody has the same price, so it's hard to shop around for these. So go to your favorite dealer, they have it. Pick up the SOG CLXR. Comes with my full recommendation. I carry this all the time and it's one of my all-time favorite knives. Oh, look who's standing over here. Just waiting for me as I walk out of the woods. Always nice to see friendly neighborhood wildlife. Two girls here. Hey girls. What are you guys up to? Bye. Always fun seeing deer and other wildlife in the woods behind my neighborhood. You know, I'm in a neighborhood here. Well, here I am back in my home office here. Got to start a meeting for work. I just want to wrap this up, man. I mean, I kind of already did wrap it up, but you know, we're just going to give this a few strokes on the strap here. Nothing fancy, just homemade with a thin piece of leather they sell at Hobby Lobby. Bring back that razor edge. Not that it was really gone. Let's see. Are we good and sharp? Yes. Just as sharp as when I left the house. So, anyway, guys, like I said, you know, this could be a great one knife option to kind of keep in a get home bag or something like that, or just carry it every day like I do. This knife can do a bit of everything. If you're going to war, maybe you want to carry this with you. you're going to the woods, going camping, going hiking, carry this with you. It's the SOG CLXR, man. Look at that. This is one bad motor finger of a knife. All right, that's all I got for you. Until next time, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you like it even more, hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more of me, let me know. If you don't let me know. Take care.